Welcome, beautiful one, to day 14 of our 34 days with the Angels of Angel Healing System, with myself, your host, Calista. And today we're going to be introducing you to Archangel Raziel, perhaps one of the most charmingly obscure, intelligent, and expansive angels that we can partner with to expand our own learning, our own understanding. And Raziel is the sacred masculine twin of Archeia, victory, together the angel of universal ascension, magic, and wisdom. And if you tuned in to the last video, day 13, the dream sphere that Raziel is holding is none other than this one that we were talking about in Victory's video. A little bit of trivia for those who are loving the deck, the Female Archangels. So if you have your Raziel card, then I invite you to have that with you. And let's just take a moment to consciously invite in Raziel so that he is here with you in your space and also can partner with you over the next 24 hours. So let's do that now. So in your own time, just closing your eyes and beginning to focus on your breath. Really dropping into just that inward and outward flow of your breath. And if this is your first time of resting today, of pausing, then slow it down even more. And perhaps on your exhale, sighing out your breath, just emptying from your day anything that doesn't need to be here, so that you are more available, more receptive to the light and the wisdom and the presence of Archangel Raziel as we invite him forward now, divine heavenly brother. May you be with each and every one of us for the next 24 hours to impart your teachings, your qualities of divine magic, alchemy, turning ideas into gold, helping us to go beyond mental logic, to expand our thinking, and bring us to the people, to the events, to the courses, to the books that have the learning, that have the teachings and the knowledge and the wisdom that would benefit our path and our life and our understanding. Thank you, and so it is. Big breath in. And really feeling Raziel with you. We're more on purpose with this today than previous videos because, and if you want to open your eyes, Raziel, you often don't see Raziel in a form. As I said before, he's fairly obscure. He's known as the Divine Professor, sometimes seen and drawn and illustrated as a wizard, very much like a Merlin archetype. And when we were creating these cards, myself, I love the way I said that, myself and Mary Jo, we wanted to bring forward Raziel, take him away from this image that he's been portrayed for so many years, like Merlin, older, big beard. He wanted to come forward and be a little bit more modern and funky. So he has this very much Saint Germain Merlin type outfit on, and then he has a turban, and he's got these professor glasses. If you've got the cards, do study the image. It's quite brilliant. Almost to keep us guessing. We cannot really pinpoint Raziel's energy so much, and it's he manifests like that because there's so much teaching. He reminds us that really every day is a school day. Every day there is so much opportunity to learn, change, and grow. And he says the greatest teacher is life itself. And if you really want to know where you are in life and what your purpose is in this particular moment, just look at the lessons that are coming up in your life. just look at the lessons, whether they're subtle or profound. Now, if you've been following these videos every day with me, and it's day 14, so literally for the last 2 weeks, they've been running consecutively. I've been recording them every day, just really marinating and being in the energy with you, with each of the angels. But yesterday, I had probably one of the worst migraines I've had in a long time. And I do get migraines fairly often. It's something that's been investigated. They can't pinpoint it. But I know when I get a migraine because 99% of our physical symptoms, they have a spiritual and an energetic origin. And when we can tune into that, we understand, like Raziel teaches us, what the understanding is. And anytime I get a migraine that literally immobilizes me and I lost sight in my eye, I couldn't see, literally just had to stay in bed, it's because I'm not listening. It's because I'm not listening. There's no balance in my life. I'm just lately it's been giving, 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 and not much back to myself, and it literally caused a shortage. Caused that, and that was my opportunity to just rest and reset, although it was not the most comfortable. But I laughed at the irony because, Raziel's reminder is look, physically look at what is happening in your life right now. That's the learning, that's the lessons. And sometimes we bypass that. So yeah, while he's very obscure and abstract, he's also very grounded as well, very, very real. Um, so here he is. I just like looking at his image. He just opens up spaces. He says that we are a divine storehouse, a library of knowledge. And now that we're living in the Aquarian age, wisdom doesn't come from book learning alone. It doesn't come from knowledge. Wisdom comes through experience. In the Piscean age, wisdom and knowledge came from just learning, book reading or storytelling, passing down of traditions. Now it comes through the experience. So how we can really connect with our angels is to experience them, is to embody them. That is the greatest way that we take these teachings, these understandings of the different angels, their virtues, their medicine, embody them. Then we learn who they are through experience. And we can take that and we can marry that with everything else in life. And his crystal associations really marry with this as well. So let's have a look at them now. So the first crystal is one that I picked up with a friend of mine. We both share a love for crystals, as I'm sure that came across in these videos because we're always talking about crystals, crystal associations with each of the angels. This one, I literally picked up from the forest floor from an old apatite, or apatite, however you pronounce that, apatite mine, and there was no apatite found. They had completely exhausted it. Such a shame. But they had left mica, this quartz and mica, and garnet. There was so much garnet and tourmaline. It was blanketing the forest floor. It was quite amazing. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about mica because this is one of Raziel's crystals, and it grows in these layers. Sometimes these very, again, abstract angular layers, which are called libraries. Libraries of information. If you just imagine how old this one particular crystal is, what it's seen, the wisdom that it holds, it contains. Now, mica helps us with learning and understanding, but in a way that it clears our mental body. So if you experience and identify yourself with having anxiety or depression or mood swings, and you feel that gets in the way of your spiritual understanding and your spiritual path, then definitely get yourself some mica, whether sourcing it naturally or purchasing a beautiful piece. Look at that. The facet looks like a love heart. There you go. Some love from Raziel coming in. I've never seen that before. The next crystal is a Lemurian seed crystal. Lemurian seed crystal. This was another one that was actually gifted. Feel very grateful. This one also came from the States. And Lemurian seed, you'll see these etchings. Wonder if the camera picks up. These horizontal etchings across that are created again through its growth, either through water or mineral inclusions. And it is said that each of these etchings, like a ladder, are again a ladder, a library of information encoded not only with the secrets and the healing modalities and the wisdom of ancient Lemuria, one of our golden ages, but also they help to uncode and open all of our ancient skills that we have within us. You know, the angels remind us that there's not really past lives and future lives and parallel lives. Everything's really happening in the one moment. Quantum physics teaches us that yes, there is definitely parallel universes happening right now, and every choice will create another timeline. But I like feeling into the possibility. And again, this is Raziel's magic, because he helps us to just go beyond and defy mental logic. He helps to expand our thinking. So you can feel that when he's around you. I like to think about that every lifetime right now that our multidimensional self is living, we can access. So if we can access that, then we can open to all of the skills, all of the knowledge and the wisdom that each of our aspects has, and bring it into this now moment, bring it into this one vessel, and help working with these beautiful crystals like mica or Lemurian seed crystal with Raziel to just help awaken and embody that information. Because remember, as the angels always tell us, we are already enlightened. We just have to remember the gift of our divinity is already ours. So we just have to open and access it. And the third crystal, easier said than done, I appreciate. The third crystal is peacock ore, one of Raziel's crystals, also known as bornite. Now, this crystal, don't know if you know this about peacock ore, but it naturally enhances any other crystals. So if you're working, for example, with a Lemurian seed quartz and bornite, the bornite is going to enhance the qualities of the Lemurian seed crystal or any others that you have. So it's a natural amplifier. It's the same, it's a natural amplifier of your own ability to see that which is normally unseen. Raziel's main focus is our third eye chakra, developing of our third eye chakra, also our crown, also our stellar gateway, our higher dimensional column going all the way to source. He helps to open and expand. His plant association mainly is the yew tree. And if you caught my Instagram today, if you're watching these videos live, then I was just sitting hanging out with that yew tree, pretty much still feeling that migraine. It really took a lot to come on here and record today, friends, but Raziel helped, as well as sitting surrounded by all of these crystals definitely helped, because now I understand why that happened. And so whatever's taking place in your life right now, whether it's uncomfortable or causing you distress, just ask, what is the lesson? What is the positive learning and understanding of this particular dis-ease or this particular thing? I open to receive that now, and you can journal that through or just listen or just receive the visions depending on what your own skill base is. Most of us are clairsentient, so we can feel what's coming in, but you might be voyant, you might be audient. What is the positive learning and understanding? Then invite in Raziel to be with you, to see beyond that which normally you would perceive. Let him stretch your mind, let him stretch your awareness. He delights in doing this, friends. And there's much more about Raziel and this great visualization, excuse me, in the deck called Raziel's celestial classroom, because he can very much take you to his classroom. This is a very real place. If you have the deck, do go through that exercise. It's blooming awesome. But I want to leave you with his blessing. So his blessing, he guides us to do this with our arms out wide. If you want to do this with me now, arms out wide, and let's say this 3 times with conviction. Everything I need to know comes to me effortlessly. Everything I need to know comes to me effortlessly. Everything that I need to know comes to me effortlessly. And so it is. And if you want, just saying yes to Raziel showing you the courses, the events, the people, the places that have treasures for you, that have something for you to embrace, something for you to remember and bring in, that have a code, that have a key, that there's a kindred soul there, there's a new friendship there that is going to up level your path and your spiritual understanding. Just saying yes and just watching. Today on my morning walk, I just stopped in my tracks and I was looking at the grey of the sky. And, people, I guess, that don't live here in Scotland, they might think, oh, it's always raining. It's always so grey over there in Scotland. And even though the sky was a gradient of grey, I felt with Raziel, I was just looking at the gradient, looking at how the dark grey blended into the mid grey to the light grey and just all the shapes of the clouds. And I was just lost. I was just lost in it because Raziel helps us with wonderment and awe. And he was really reminding me that balance, or the imbalance that was causing the migraine. The angels have been dropping in these little nuggets to get back to painting, like the painting above me that was with Metatron, like get back to painting. And as I was studying the hues of the clouds, I really felt like, yeah, it's really time. It's really time. So let yourself just discover, stay in that curiosity, write down what's coming through and follow through with Raziel on your side, by your side, in you, embodying you. So much love. We'll see you tomorrow for the next clip. So much love.